Hi Scorpio, welcome back for your October reading. If you're wanting a booking, you can go to the link directly below. And the shop is now currently open. If you're wanting anything connected to incense, chakra, candles, the balancing of the twin flames, romantic bath salts, we have the products there. If you have any questions connected to the products, feel free to email me. And if you follow me on the Facebook page, we do have 2 promotions going at the moment, and that's connected to some free email readings going. Okay, in the month of October, a lot of us are directly dealing with house, and it could be where we live, how we live, people coming, people going, where we want to be. This is directly relevant for all the zodiac signs in the month of October. I'm also finding that you're quietly assessing things, and you do want to talk to somebody connected to a few areas in your life. Now, this could be your partner, it could be a parent, a family member. You're considering all aspects connected to what you're wanting to do and what you're trying to manifest prior to having conversations. It's making your energy quite nervous. You don't know how to, you're wanting to use the correct words. You're wanting to know directly how you feel before you elaborate on how you feel. So that aspect is actually quite frustrating you at the moment. So, and it's a different energy for you. You are very, you're very intuitive. You're very understanding and compassionate. When you are energetically out of sync, you will retreat. And that's so you can do the processing, because during the processing, you can become agitated, and during that process, if you become agitated, what you've found is people don't directly relate to you correctly, which causes excess agitation. So it then affects your processing. So you're retreating back into hermit mode in the first week, and this is so that you can process or deal with your life accordingly in a private manner that you're wishing is suitable for yourself. Now, I have purchased manifestation cards for the general, and that is so that any blocks you have directly connected to life, we can then work out how we can remove those blocks and how to look at it from what perspective. I've also picked animal totem cards, which I'm currently shuffling. Very interesting. Big shout out to Lauren and Antonella. Love you both. I hope the week and the months and everything's tracking well. And of course for all the other Scorpions out there. Okay. Okay, cars coming up again. And it might be it needs service, or it's having work done. For you, and I don't know why, I do see a brand new car. Now, it might be that this has already happened, or it will be on the cards. Don't ever get to a point where, at a financial level, if you're thinking, yes, but I don't have the cash, you're creating that block. You know, if you see something and you're requiring it and you manifest it, you will have it. You don't need to ask how it comes about. As I've said in a previous video, I had given my mother a reading and I told her she was going on a holiday. She was a pensioner. How am I going to do that? You're not meant to know how it's going to happen. Don't have my passport. I can see it, it's going to happen. Sure enough, her passport was paid for, her ticket was paid for, and she went on a holiday. Her accommodation was paid for. Free holiday. Trust. Where you have blocks this month, this story will be relevant to you because it's directly going to be connected to, for some of you, a reconciliation, because that just fell out. It can be a reconciliation of thoughts, of mindsets, of the way you're wanting to do something, or with a direct person, with friends, with family members, a reconnection, all connected to home. Okay, in October, you do have power within your mindset to co-create. If you're having negative conversations with yourself, you're going to place that out. But I find that, especially with the colour of this, you are feeling very grounded, very changed, and very much at peace. Your mind is still processing things, but to the core who you are is you have the tools to actually do this. So don't get panicked. That's what I'm being shown. It feels like a maze and a puzzle, and it gets your stomach all sick. Don't do it. You have the power. Okay, even if you have the minutest of abundance, and it might be your vibration, the feeling you're having, it doesn't have to be cash. Praise it, be grateful, because you're going to co-create it and it's going to get bigger and bigger. Okay, in some shape or form, the chakra is out of balance, and it might be because you're returning back, you're unable to. It could be due to health. It could be you're feeling very run down, or it could be other people directly connected to you are not taking responsibility for things. So this may either be you or external parties. But if you nurture it, it'll come back into balance, even if it's just by you thinking. Oh yeah, by the way, my daughter threw a stick at my head, so... See, girlfriends, what my daughter does to me? She thought it was very funny. She didn't think she'd be that good of a shot. Okay, also, vibrationally speaking, this is making you feel ungrounded and directly connected to family. So, out of balance. It's directly impacting your health, and the area is directly connected to family. So, try and picture the best outcome. Again, blocks are mindsets. If something is blocked and people are not talking, or people aren't moving the way it's supposed to be, visually imagine it. Not how, just imagine. As parents, we can sense our children walking down the hallway in the evening. You can shut that off too. You can get to a point where you say, everything's fine. You're not coming out here now. You're not going to bug mum. And then they go to sleep. It's great. Okay. The energy you place out there is what you're going to get back. Any energy you put into any relationship will have the best outcome. So it does take two. If both are working at it, at love, it can happen. So you need to believe that. So you deal with your aspect of what you need to do, and let the other parties in the scenario deal with their aspect at the correct time when they feel fit. And then it's releasing it and letting it go so they can physically do the work themselves. Okay, my body is affecting more by thoughts than by substance. So if you're eating something and you're feeling, ugh, don't forget your mindset connected to that food. Or, for instance, if you're chain smoking, it's directly mental related. So try and align yourself to a point where you're feeling grounded. It's not the food as such. It's not the smoke or alcohol. And again, I'm not a doctor. It's more the connection to where the trigger point is. So if you deal directly with the trigger point, you get to the source and you have the solution. Okay, it's asking you to slow down. Pace yourself directly connected to any roadblocks, hurdles, things that you're trying to speed up and get done. Slow down, find peace in it. Go with the flow with the scenario. It's moving well. And you know how this is going to have an outcome. So stay positive, don't stress, slow down, it's coming, and everything will be great. Now, on to the couples. I feel your intuition is very high as well, but you are actually, you're wanting things to move quicker. You're also coming to a point where you're wanting to deal with other things. And I do feel your energy getting a little bit nervous. It's okay to have the time for yourselves without adding other aspects to the table. Everything that you're wanting to co-create and manifest for your future, be it a new job, a new house, holidays, slow down. Manifest them, but wait for them to come. They're coming. It doesn't all have to happen in one day. Nothing ever stays the same forever. So if you get caught up in your mind and you think that, oh, that will never happen, gosh, I've been waiting forever. Well, no, it probably won't. But if you just look at the reality of life, if you look back 10 years ago, was your life the same? It was not so. So nothing ever stays the same. So be positive, even on that very basic level, that things are going to change, that even when you've hit that pothole, you're going to come out, things are going to be different, and it's going to keep moving. And your story in your life is going to be different every day. Okay. You're blocking something for some reason. Okay, your partner is doing all they physically can in this given month, in this given scenario. And there has been a shake-up in your world connected to, you know, how things are going and how they're moving. And you're not feeling safe connected to this, even though you can visually see that the person is doing all they can. But the energy you both put in is what you're going to get out. So the advice here would be change your energy frequency. Because even within a reading, your mindset can directly affect the outcome. So even with my private clients that I directly work with, I can give you a reading and I can assist you to work on the aspects connected to the blocks to help that road open. So for you physically, my suggestion would be change your mindset. If you're thinking something is going to come out in a negative situation, you're going to reap what you sow. You're going to get the most negative outcome. If you're getting panicked, question why. Is it directly linked to a past tense situation or a belief system connected to what you're entitled to and how things should be? Change that and you'll have your solution. Okay. You're not having faith because you've got this card in reverse. So, you know, the shake-up is making you question your faith. Don't let a bad day dictate an outcome because it's a bad day. Tick it as that. Okay, connected to something that happened in the past with the partner and what they're dealing with is cropping up again. Now, again, for some of you, this might have been, you know, the reconciliation, the aspect of that. For those of you who have just jumped back into it, it can be bringing trigger points to you. It's not to say it's the end. It's more, this is a trigger point and old paradigms will come back to be redealt with within the given situation. So take it as just that, be it partner or self. You're looking back the way things were. Don't look back over the way things were because it's not the same anymore. You're moving that way, not that way. But sometimes we have to go that way to purge to move that way again. But there is going to be justice between the both of you, even though something your partner might have done that caused pain towards you or they had pain directly connected to them. This could be, you know, even being away from you had caused them pain prior to the reconciliation for some of you who it's relevant for. This has caused you to be really nostalgic and thinking back and, you know, wanting it different. Your partner feels they've got bad luck and that, you know, they're frustrated connected to this and it's impacting their health. But a lot of it is directly connected to family, connected to the way they feel about themselves and their entitlement of their change and their cycle in their life. So it's karmic, so to speak. You are looking at things, you know, look at it from a creative standpoint. You're getting affected by their vibration. It is going to cause movement and upheaval, which will unsettle you. But don't get stuck in ego. Okay. Let's pull some clarities. Yours is the most interesting reading. You guys are dealing with blocks. This isn't current energy. This is old energy. Deal with the old energy as such, because it's not negative, it's healthy. Because by you looking at things, just note it as it is the old, and then feel how you feel, communicate gently how you feel, and you have the solution and you can work together. And then you're both choosing to work connected to the situation. Oh, good. It's so bright. Sometimes I don't even think I press record and then I'm like, seriously? Oh my word. Don't do this to me, not now. I've got one day. I have 5 videos to do in one day. Okay, I'll take those 3. Okay, you're being independent, both of you, but you need to work as a team. Not be codependent on each other, but work together as a team. You're looking at finances, which had impacted the scenario, and your career. You need to keep the energy playful. Okay. You need to get the passion back in the situation, so it might be by healing aspects of what's happened, you can actually get that back. But in the first week I'm feeling you're on guard and, you know, you're not having the passion connected to the relationship or a sense of self because you're blocked in ego. So realise that and you can remove that block. Okay, you're not getting guidance from other people, or you're not seeing the guidance. You're not looking at it from this perspective. So if you don't, you're going to have the block. You need to look at it from a different perspective to get the clarity, and then that guidance is going to assist you on your journey, but you're not getting it and you need to get it. When you see it though, and this is what you're feeling, it's not hearing it, it's actually visually seeing the change. Vibrationally speaking, you'll be open. Maybe you need to sit in front of each other and calmly breathe and hold each other's hands and actually visually look at each other and just accept the now. Because there is reconciliation, and that was for singles and couples. So there is, and for those of you who hadn't moved outside of the scenario or had past tense hurts, you know, it could have just been a fight and a differing of views. The reconciliation is the communication coming back, the balance coming back, but you've got to choose to do that. You've got to do the work. I don't feel it's a complete separation. If you are needing extra assistance and you want me to tap into your given situation, you can go through to the website and there's various time frames. I've actually opened up evening appointments for those of you, depending on where you are in the hemisphere. that require an evening booking. Okay, singles, what's going on for you guys? Okay, anything internet-based, email-based, I can see something coming through. This might be courses, it might be emails, it might be messages via text. I can see these things being relevant for you guys. I do hear a telephone call coming through, and it may be for some of you for employment or furthering your studies. I do feel coming closer to the time you might change your mind. And I do feel travel on the cards. The travel is a spur of the moment thing that might be family related. I do see family members being in highlight in the month of October. And I do feel, again, you're going over old ground connected to, how would you put it? Old ways of thinking. Trigger points, healing. You've done massive growth this year. You've done a lot of work. And at times you've had to hide, like I said, into hermit mode to do that. But don't feel you're not safe to do that processing work outside of the home, so to speak. You don't need to completely section yourself off. Your true friends to the core are totally going to understand your vibration without judging you. And those are the people you actually directly want around you, not people who will look at you and go, what's going on there? Pretty much. If they don't like it, they can lump it. Be you. Interesting. Okay, you have a water sign around you at the moment for some of you. And this is a romantic offer. Get prepared. This may be the highlight at the beginning of the week. This could be someone from the past where they're actually having sympathy connected to the way they treated you. And it doesn't have to be that it ventured to a romantic notion. It could be a direct connection you physically had with this person, that it never went any further. But it's someone who, I feel they're very quiet. They are very attractive. Very intelligent as well. Oh God, your cards are everywhere. But they never completely communicated how they felt. You visually perhaps may have seen how they felt, but they haven't completely communicated how they felt. It was more a connection of a friendship I'm feeling and being shown. You have had dreams connected to this person, and in October I'm feeling there is a change, you know, but you're needing to walk away from some pain and a sense of responsibility in order for you to have the freedom to move forward towards a relationship. And there are burdens connected to external scenarios impacting you. Okay, so you have a romantic offer. Also, there is confusion directly connected to this. You're not knowing how to go about it. And it might be you tried 3 times to actually look at it from different aspects, or 3 years in a row that you've been really thinking about it. Could be 3 months. It could be on 3 separate occasions. It's something connected to 3. It has felt painful. And it is connected to a connection that you feel. For some of you, that is your soulmate or twin flame. It does impact your health and sometimes your sleeping life, where you do revert back to actually hide so you can process this factor. But it is also, you know, it's entering your dreams and you're really feeling lost, you know, how to actually deal with this. And usually that's when things actually start moving forward. You are focusing more so on work. And wondering if this person has done wrong by you. Now, it might be that you may meet somebody at work, you know, and there could be an energy around you where you've got to be cautious with a certain individual at work. But you are quite envious of this person of the past, you know, and what they're doing with their life. You're not completely sure. Some of you might be, but it can also be just people around you that you're seeing and you're thinking, gosh, when's my turn going to come? Use your intuition, because your crown chakra in October is wide open. You may be sort of teleporting yourself and visually seeing things connected to a person that you are romantically connected to on a vibrational level. We can actually do that by meditating, but sometimes your soul chooses to show you things so you can process. Okay, you need to get more playful, because you have this card in reverse. So it's like, don't get too cooped up, let go a bit. Okay, you may be seeing butterflies around you. Google them, and actually, you know, for you it will be relevant for the singles. Butterfly totem. And if I had many hours, I would write all these totems up when I see them and sense them. But I apologise, I don't. Okay, your insight is going to come from your third eye, but you also have to trust your gut, your intuition, your own truth. You're not trusting it. Okay, your inner truth is your inner truth. Own it. Stop looking at other people for the answers. And I mean more in a sense of you're judging yourself based on others' opinions, not you actually making the final call. Own your call. Love you all heaps. Talk to you soon.